Kapla, and welcome to my Let's Play of Star Trek Online on the PS4. I'm BigB82 and this is part 16 of my KDF Recruit 2021 Tactical Officer. We're about to undertake the mission Mine Enemy, which is in the Romulan Mystery arc, where we're going to go and find out exactly what Obsec is planning after we have decoded some information on a potential target for him. And as we are Klingon, we really don't care because it's a Romulan affair. But we've been sent here by the Chancellor and intelligence as well to try and sort this out. So we have to put aside our personal differences. So let's head for the mission. Let's get show on the road.
Intelligence has decoded the list of Reman targets that you recovered from the vault. I want you to infiltrate one of these targets and determine why Obsec would attack it. The Hfihar System is still technically part of the Romulan Star Empire, but Ferengi speculators have moved in, and the Empress has done nothing to remove them. The big-eared little money grubbers have reopened the mines and are now doing business with anyone with ladder. You will go to the Hfihar System under the pretense of negotiating a trade deal for the Empire. Talk to Madron, the operator of the mines. Convince him to allow you access. Find out all you can. Once we know why Obsec and the Remans are targeting these mines, then we will know how to proceed.
Okay, so this accept. Tell me more about the Remans. Why would they attack the Romulans?
The Remans are used to dealing with Romulans. Like an abused targ, they now fear all who approach. I had great hopes for the Remans in the days after Shinzon's rebellion and the destruction of Romulus. They threw off their shackles and stood as the Romulans' equals. The High Council even considered an alliance with the Remans, but they were too suspicious and paranoid for much to come of it. It is better this way. The Remans' fear makes them weak.
I like him. So let's begin. Mine Enemy. So, battle log. Intelligence has deciphered the data we collected from the vault. The Remans are planning to attack a target in the Hfihar System. We have been sent to find out why. Captain, the Remans are targeting a magnesite mine in this area, but the list we recovered didn't have the exact coordinates. I know we're in the right area, but all the moons in this system are inhabited and our sensors are being affected by the magnesites. We will need to contact each moon to try to determine which one of the Remans are actually targeting. Okay. Let's find out, shall we? While we're here, let's get some hydrogen gas. It's right in front of us. Alright. The moon Tellareo.
Melanie Dion and her minions may have sworn fealty to the Klingon Empire, but we did not. I bend knee for no one. Leave now or be destroyed.
Gave you a quick death. Remans.
This moon is private property. No solicitors, beggars, or Klingons allowed.
These people are rude and insolent. This is a ship of the Klingon Empire. They should speak to us with more respect. I agree. Such disrespect will not be tolerated. Right, Cole.
Hello, my good friends. I'm so happy to meet you. Perhaps you are in the market for some high-quality magnesite? We have the finest ore in the quadrant. On behalf of the miners and residents here, I'm more than happy to welcome you to our home. Please transport to the surface. Unfortunately, the large amount of extremely pure magnesite ore in the core of our little world will interfere with your sensors. For safety reasons, I must insist that you use the transporter signal enhancers that I have installed at my own expense. Also, I know Klingons are fond of their battle parties, but could you please restrict the number of crew you bring down to the surface? My people here aren't used to strangers, and you wouldn't want to disrupt their work, would you?
We are ready to bring down your command, Captain. Right, well, I will take... no, you. Cargrenham will have the ship.
Did you need something?
What are you doing here?
It's a long story. After the destruction of Romulus, I joined a group of colonists looking for a new place to settle. We chose to form a new agrarian community, Untitled, a pastoral world on the edge of Romulan space. Our colony was attacked and destroyed. I managed to evade the attackers and get off-world with a small group of people. My luck ran out here, and I've been stuck ever since.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a biochemist by trade. I specialize in hemocyanin, a division of hematology, working with copper-based blood. On Viranot, I handled a lot of issues related to food compatibility and local biochemistry. These days, I mostly handle minor medical issues and nutritional deficiencies for the people living here. I can't afford passage off of this moon. I've managed to stay out of debt, but I don't know how long that will last.
Have you heard of anything strange lately?
This whole mining facility is nothing but strange. That Ferengi, Madrin, rides everyone hard to make a profit. Just when it looks like things will get too bad, he turns around and does something generous. Folks have occasionally disappeared, and not by leaving on a ship. People here for weeks or months will suddenly vanish. People talk about seeing strange things, or being kept out of parts of the mine by the guards. There's something deeper in those mines. I'm sure of it.
Now, if you're a Romulan, you'll be able to recruit her. We're not Romulan, we are Klingon. So, we can't do anything with her. Let's go and speak with Margarine.
On behalf of everyone on this forsaken rock, let me be the first to welcome you to Hfihar. As you can see, we don't have time for pleasantries. And I'm not sharing my Tranya stash with you. So, why don't we skip the chit-chat and get down to business?
Of course, I've heard you have excellent source of magnesite. What makes your mine better than the others in this sector?
Unfortunately, I cannot call this mine my own. I'm just a middleman. Out of the goodness of my heart, I help the residents here pass on the products of their hard work to commercial entities such as yourself. The minuscule transaction fee and trade tariff I keep to offset my expenses is figured into the unit cost of the ore. My operation has become one of the best in the area because of the high demand for my services from both sides. I provide the best mining equipment and supplies in the sector to the miners, while my customers get competitive pricing on the ore they need.
Do you have any more information about the mines themselves?
I don't pay much attention to that. Miners have empty carts and they return with ones filled with ore. If you're that interested, you could visit the mines themselves, but I don't recommend it. It's such a dirty, disagreeable business. And I'm convinced that breathing ore dust for too long is terrible for you. The miners who live near my quarters used to keep me up night after night with their dreadful coughing. I had to install soundproofing just to get some sleep. Are you sure you wouldn't rather look at the ore I have for sale?
Thanks, but I'd like to talk to the miners first.
Really? Suit yourself. Just remember, I have an exclusive contract to export magnesite ore from this moon. If you try to cut me out of your deals, you'll regret it.
I just have a few questions before we conduct any business. I'll be back when I'm done. Margarine won't answer any questions of why the Remans are targeting this place for fear of scaring us away from a possible sale. Perhaps we can ask some of the locals about what's going on here. You'll be able to provide. They'll be able to provide more information. Right, Nanu. Calm down, girl. I'm not going to kill you. Not unless you disrespect me. Alright, now we need to find the tactical one, which is ours. I believe this one over here is science. I think we need to find the bullied one, the bullied guy. Not a dangerous case of pouring gas though, thinking all over the place. Yeah, buddy refugee.
I can't talk to you. I can't talk to anyone. I'm on the run. And if those thugs see me talking to you, then you'll be in danger too.
Is there anything I can help with?
I need someone who's not afraid of a fight. There's a group here that's beating and stealing from us. Madrin doesn't do anything to stop it. For all I know, he's getting a cut of everything they take. They're making life miserable for all of us. Would you be willing to help?
Count me in.
There's a group of bullies that have been stealing from us. If we don't give them what they want, they beat us. I had a friend. All he was trying to do here was feed his family. Be a good man. He had an old bottle of ale. He said it was from the homeworld. One of those thugs wanted it. Now, my friend is dead. I'm too weak to stop them, I know that. And now I have my friend's children to feed in addition to my own. But if someone were to teach them a lesson, this camp would be a better place for all of us.
Very well. Let's go and defeat these thugs, shall we? Show them Show them how to truly be honourable. You are without honour. I will show you honour. Giving you an honourable and quick death. Now, they will not be bothering you, or they are dead.
Thank you. Those guys have been giving everyone a lot of trouble. These thugs are part of a larger group that operates deep inside the magnesite mine. They control the lower levels, and no one who goes down there uninvited ever comes back. I don't know what's so important down there that's worth hurting us to protect it. Maybe if you went down there, you could get some answers.
Gang Violence Task Force. Alright, let's return to MAGNESITE. Changed that, have they? That's pretty cool. I didn't notice they changed that. Experience and next grade is 7,000. Expertise go available. Bonus pools as well. About time they showed that off. I mean, they never used to do that. Okay, MAGNESITE.
You want to go in the mine? Are you really interested in buying any magnesite? Or are you just here to cause trouble? Because if it's the latter, I know someplace you can start a little ruckus. There's a gang that controls the bottom levels of the mine. They won't even let me in there. Previously, I allowed them to keep their little kingdom in exchange for information. But lately, they've been more trouble than they're worth. And the intel they're feeding me is useless. Honestly, who doesn't know about the green invasion of the fairy space?
I'll take that information to heart. Okay, now we go down into the mine itself.
What do you want?
For you to get out of my way. Come. Captain, there's a series of pressure plates located in this area. They're low tech, but the Romulans may have had to resort to outdated security measures because of the interference from the magnesite veins in this cavern. The problem is that the magnesite is making our tricorders almost useless. If there's anything on this moon that the Remans would want to eliminate badly enough for you to use radar weapons, it has to be here. We're going to have to figure out how to use the pressure plates to reveal whatever the Romulans are trying to hide. I suspect that we need to activate 2 of them to open the door. Open sesame!
I give the orders here, Commander. You are out of line.
With all due respect, sir, there is a difference between protecting the Empire from her enemies and provoking
There is much here you cannot understand, Jack. The Remans need to know their place. As do you. I will not forget your insubordination, Commander. The Tal Shiar has no place for officers who cannot follow orders. I'll be in the command center.
Colonel, they were civilians. Their blood is on our hands.
Get used to it. There will be more. Speaking of which, why don't you clean out the brig before you become a resident there?
Hello. Right, let's read Romulan Empire activity. Right, observed from holofield on Raptor 3. Increased power use in Royal Palace indicates that lower levels may be in use. Senator Shemek is accepting bribes in exchange for slowing progress on trade agreements. Herodian representatives meet with Sealer. Reman representatives removed from the Senate chamber. Opposition leader Tatan assassinated. 3 reunification proponents arrested. Agents of Sealer meet with the Treeway leaders near the Badlands. Okay, let's look at the Tau Dewa activity. Observed from live intelligence in public space, archaeological activity indicates that a recent excavation has revealed an unexpected high-value find. Attempts to capture colonists on punitive Morahian meeting with resistance with mixed forces. Federation Starbase 234 engaging in defensive training exercises. Long-range social destabilization of our Chimerian culture underway. Folian activity correlated with temporal anomalies near the Azure Nebula. Cloaked assets monitoring construction of listening posts in the Hfihar System. Observed from holofield on Kronos. Chancellor Jampuk facing increased challenges from members of the High Council of Lords of the House of Martok. Alliance between House of Jampok, and House of Duras is weak. Situation is highly exploitable. Recommend we seek as agents on Kronos. Many members of discombobulated House of Torg have been absorbed into the House of Duras. KDF leadership angered by High Council mandate to work more closely with the Klingon intelligence. Fakiri forces in region massing under new leadership. Malandian seen entering House of Homer Drex, son of Martok. Gorn push for representatives on the High Council rejected. Let's see, what's this? Pathetic Starfleet. Observed from Hfihar, captured Hfihar on Earth space stock. Captain Sulu has applied to transfer for the front lines of Klingon conflict. Admiral Quinn under medical care for heart condition, and intercepted Starfleet medical records indicate that the condition is fully treatable and not a suitable target for exploitation. 7th Fleet entered neutral zone as part of routine series of exercises. Franklin Drake heading extended operation in Eta Eldri. Starfleet Command considering new tactics in conflicts with the True Way. Starfleet Intelligence concerned with rise of war profiteering by independent Ferengi and Dopatarians. Observed Hfihar on Cardassia Prime. The Tapa Council petitions Federation to fund the Karan city infrastructure projects. 47 injured in bombing in the University of Kulat. True Way claims responsibility for attack. The Tapa Council passes bill allowing Cardassian government to seize assets of persons convicted of terrorist activity. Councillor Mariam Al-Khana resigns. Starfleet sending advisors to Cardassia Prime to advise government on security issues. Chancellor Lavera introduces a resolution calling for Cardassians to apply for Federation membership bill stalls in committee. Ministry of Trade extends agreement with Ferengi to market Cardassia-made transport vessels and phaser banks. Borg activity. Observed from captured Holo recording in the Delta Quadrant. Resistance is futile. Short and sweet by the Borg there. And what have we got here? Hephaestus activity. Observe from Hfihar on listening post Hephaestus. Janik is fighting with Hakiv again. Hakiv takes shuttle and leaves space for 2 days. Long range sensors mark his progress to neutral zone. Excuse me. 6 miners held for questioning. Chief Medical Officer took 2 cases of Ladarian flu. 6 encrypted messages sent from Colonel Akiv's console to unknown recipient recommend that transmission be investigated further. Alright, let's see here. Journey entry 846512. Ensign Crimen is dead. Akiv ordered him to explore the tunnels. We found a Gwanak remains and fully discharged disruptor was nearby. Looked like he had been melted. I think we should wall off this section of the mine and not disturb the creature down here. 6 people have already died, 5 were miners and therefore expendable, but Crimen showed promise. I hoped that in time he would have been a fine officer. I asked Colonel Akiv to request reinforcements. If he determined to kill people exploring this mine, let him kill recruits. What a nice guy. Journey entry 448532. We were drilling near when we broke through a wall into the chamber that hadn't appeared on our scans. Blasted magnesite blocks everything. Sensors, tricorders, and they're useless. Chamber is large and it should be suitable for expansion of the base. There's several spherical orbs in there. We have yet to determine the nature of these orbs, but Janik thinks they're pretty. She kept one for in her quarters. I've asked for permission to study orbs. It reminds me of a Federation report I once read. I can't remember the details, but it was something about the Janus system. What are they shooting at? Come on, fight me, you coward. Nowhere to run now. Halter. No kill eye, no kill eye. And this message is burned deep into the floor of the chamber as it sizzles around the edges of the letters. There would be no honour in killing you.
I almost feel sorry for you, but I have my own neck to worry about. I'll be joining you in there soon enough. If Hfihar has his way, we all will.
Time to earn your honour. How does she not hear that? You! Fight me!
Enough! I surrender. I value my life more than the Hfihar secrets. I'll tell you anything you want to know. But first, you must tell me why you are here and what you want.
Why does the Romulan resistance want to destroy this base?
The Remans know about this base? Impossible! Only the leadership of the Hfihar know we're here. The Empress herself couldn't find us. I don't believe you, but it makes no difference. This is not a military installation. We listen and record here. Nothing more. There are many targets that those Reman scum would find much more tempting.
Enough of these lies.
Are you sure you want to end things like this?
Yes. Well, at least she died with one of. Sorry. There is a way to talk the way past her. I don't have enough high enough rank to convince her to talk. So. Oh well. You assholes! Okay.
How did you find this place? What else do you know? No matter. You won't be revealing anything to your superiors. It's disappointing I cannot give you a proper interrogation. But I have much to do and little time. The self-destruct sequence has begun. This base will be your tomb.
Right, the hell out of here. If I had high enough diplomacy, which I think is Marauder, I might be able to talk my way around these people, but I don't. To the surface. I think Martin's going to be too chuffed. You can see he's also can be snorting punks on me if he wants. I'll just beat the crap out of him.
My mind! What have you done to my mind?
I didn't do anything. It was the Tal Shiar cell you were sheltering.
Tal Shiar? I'm shocked. I had no idea. I certainly wouldn't have sent you down there if you... Say, you didn't happen to find anything valuable down there, did you? Because if you did, remember, I have an exclusive contract.
Stop with the lies, Margarine. I know you knew who and what was down there.
And what's it to you? This is a rough area of the Quadrant, you know, and they're good neighbors. If you're not easily embarrassed, their cameras and listening devices are everywhere. I haven't had a single problem with Orions or Herodians since they moved in. And it doesn't hurt that I acquired the odd bit of information here and there. I'm a businessman, and information is big business.
Do you know anything about what they recently discovered?
Unfortunately, no. I'll admit, I was trying to find out, but their systems were locked down tight. I'm sure whatever it was had to be big news. Everyone was on edge. Janek and Hakeem were barely speaking, and I once heard Hakeem mumbling something about orders. Someone's been pulling his strings, but I don't know who. I do know that Tal Shiar takes security very seriously. If you manage to pull any files from your system, you can expect them to be heavily encoded. Trust me on that. I speak from experience. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go talk 100 Romulans into digging a new mine to replace the one you destroyed. My profit margin for this month is ruined.
Treat those miners well, Margarine, or I'll be back. Margarine doesn't seem to know much, Captain, or at least he's not willing to part with what information he knows without being paid. I don't think he can help us anymore. We should return to the ship and try to light our luck on this in decrypting the files we recovered from the Tal Shiar. I'm sure that they're more useful than anything Margarine has to say. Right, she is correct, of course. Surprisingly. Let's visit our bridge. Whilst there's been on a Klingon bridge, not since I killed my captain. Okay, please enter inquiry. Decipher Hfihar file, Hfihar. Open Father. Activities of note in Klingon space. Emperor Kalis has been spotted in Breen space. Charter jumper as potential adversary in Jarot. House of Torg was brought before the High Council for accommodation by the House of Marduk. Focus 3 Batleft tournament has a new champion. Cross-reference Klingon intelligence records. Inaccuracy found. The House of Torg has lost its seat on High Klingon after evidence was revealed that the House leaders collaborated with the Romulans to attack the House of Marduk. And they were discommoded. Open the file of reciprocity. Fly. Okay. Right, let's open Plethora. Notable activities in United Federation of Planets. Federation Embassy established on Defera Prime. Federation Council extends aid to Cardassian Prime and agrees to continue Defence Pact. Federation Klingon Peace Talks constructed on Rigidus 4. Vulcan Ambassador Sokev retires to monastery on Pajem. Cross-reference with Klingon intelligence records. Inaccuracy found. Klingon forces raided the monastery of Pajem and exposed Ambassador Sokev as an undeemed infiltrator. Apply. Prudence. Prudence. Chain of command at Tal Shiar listening post. Hephaestus. Commanding officer, Commander Akiv. Executive officer, Commander Janik. Chief medical officer, Lieutenant Livok. And Lieutenant Taris. Reference with intelligence records. The document reference and analyze. Partial number of sequences found in officer numbers were some of previous two. File is referencing the number file. Change for the information. Go. Open the file. Apply. And finally referendum. Notable actions in Romulan Senate. Senate votes to give Empress Sela power to override rulings of Imperial courts. Ambassador Jarok visits Andorra. Reman rebels attack transports on Iota Pravena. Senate ratifies new tax on lithium. Klingon intelligence has no records of Ambassador Jarok's visiting Andorra. Colonels? Welcome. And apply. File repository. Secret Reman base detected in the Hfihar System. Listening post Hephaestus has detected an increased subspace communication ships travelling into and from the Hfihar System. Analysis of communication and ship traffic reveals patterns of obscuration normally employed by Reman forces. Tal Shiar forces are then intercepted a ship leading to the Dera system and captured 47 Reman civilians. The passengers and crew were summarily executed under the orders of Colonel O'Keefe, but the captain and first officer were preserved for questioning. Under interrogation, the captain of the Reman vessel provided a security key that could be used to decipher encrypted communications sent to the Dera system. The encrypted message proved that there is a base in this area of space being used by the Reman resistance. Recommendation: Tal Shiar ships should be sent to the Dera system immediately to capture its base and its inhabitants. Tal Shiar plan to attack a Reman base. We need to get this information to Mech in the ground hall on Kronos immediately. Okay, so let's leave the ship interior. Let's return to Timothy.
Obisek is justified in his anger. The Tal Shiar records you recovered from their listening post indicate that they have been tormenting the Remans for months. Their bases have been attacked, their ships destroyed, and their families killed or imprisoned. There is no more honorable reason to pick up a blade than to defend your home and family. However, Obisek was willing to use Thaleron weapons to destroy a handful of Tal Shiar operatives. Using a hammer to swat a globfly is not the warrior's way. It is madness.
Congratulations, Commander.
Okay, and the mine in the Hfihar system is ripe for conquest.
It is good that you look at the world with a conqueror's eye. There is much there that would be of use to us. Plentiful resources, a ready workforce, a place to prepare our ships to strike at Sealer's forces. I will take your proposal to the High Council. If they agree, perhaps you will have the honor of leading the invasion force.
Anyway, on that bombshell, thank you very much, Nair. That is the end of part 16. When we return in part 17, we'll be doing the mission. We'll be doing that mission, the mission Frozen. Excuse me. Until then, I'm the Big B82. Please subscribe. Comments are welcome, and I appreciate any thumbs up as well. And I will see you in part 17, Frozen. Until then, God bless, and glory to you and to your house.